Construction of module mounting structure. In the first part we have seen that how to construct the long column, how to construct the short column as per the dimensions, how we are constructing the plate over which we are just mounting over this particular ballast, how we can just selecting the dimensions of the particular ballast foundation. In this lecture we are going to see actually how we are doing the further constructions over here. So basically in the last lecture we have dealing with the rafter. So we have constructed this particular rafter. We have kept this rafter over this short and the long column over here as per the inclination of the solar panel what we required. Now we're going to see how we can do the further connections over here actually. So basically whenever we are joining the long column or the short column to the rafter with the help of the H clamp or with the help of the other clamps basically which has been available in the market, with the help of the M6 or the M10 number of bolts, we are just doing the connections of the rafter and the long column over here. So in the Google SketchUp we just move this particular long column by an height of 0.05 meter. So it is just inserting inside this particular structure over here basically. Similarly we are just joining this typical short column by increasing the height or just by doing the pull and push command over this surface and increasing the height by 0.05 meter over here. So like that we can just insert this short and the long column over this. Over joining this particular long and the short column we are using the M6 number of bolts, that is a M6 standard bolts we are using. So we take a circle and over this we just draw the circle over here actually with a radius of 0.06 we are taking over here, and like that second also we are just joining over here 0.06. These are the two bolts we are using. Sometimes the 3 or 4 bolt also we can using, depends upon the sizing and what the wind speed will be there over the particular site. So once we have drawn this particular screw over here basically, so again with the help of pull and push command we increase the height of this particular screw by 0.01 meter over here. So it will be looking like as a screw or whenever we are just visualizing this object over here actually. Similarly we just try to draw the particular screw over here actually for the shorter column also. So once again we just go over there for the short column, and wherever we have inserted this with the help of the H clamp or any kind of a clamp we are using on site. So I'm just using this particular bolts over here. .006 meter of these bolts. Again with the help of pull and push command we just increase the front height of this particular bolts by 0.01 meter like this. So basically once we have connected this long and the short column to the rafter, now we are going to draw the support for long and the short column. So basically whenever a heavy windy condition is coming actually, so that time our long and short column will require the support actually. So there are various kinds of structures are available, that is a W structure, N structure is there, T type of a structure will be there. So there are various mounting structures are available in the market also. So in this session we are going to be talk about the N type of the structure over here. So between the long column and the short column we just draw the inclined column over here actually. So I am just selecting one line with the help of the line command. We just select this particular point over here, and again with the help of the pan command we just select the another point. We just zoom over here with the help of the zoom command. Again we select this line. So whatever the point we have selected actually, it is been continued over here actually. So we have drawn this particular inclined line actually. So this line is joining the end point of the long column to the front point of the short column over here. Now we're going to draw the guideline actually, because same pipe will require, that is a rail we required, or any kind of the hollow cross section in the spherical format we required whenever we give the support to the long column and the short column. So I am taking the guideline exactly perpendicular. So basically whenever we are drawing the perpendicular line in the Google SketchUp, it is looking as a pink color over here. because we know the green axis is there, blue axis is there, and the red axis is there. But in between, for any inclined line, if you are taking the perpendicular, it will be looking like as an pink color over here actually. So once it is look like as a pink color, so we can understood whatever the guideline we are drawing, it is exactly being perpendicular to this particular line over here. So we just draw the guideline at a distance of 0.05 meter over here like this. So once we draw the guideline, now we just connect these particular points in the perpendicular manner, and we try to draw the rectangle over here actually with the help of this guideline over here. So with the help of the pan command and the zoom command, slowly we just try to make the line over here so that we get a rectangle. Then we're going to use the pull and push command over here. So we make sure that whatever the lines that we are drawing, it should be exactly perpendicular. So you can see over here, it sees as a perpendicular to the edge over here. So we just click on this particular edge. Now we just zoom out this particular command, and again we select the line command, and we just draw the line over here wherever we have drawn the guideline, and we just try to make this line will be perpendicular to this particular cross section whatever we are using. So again we just take the perpendicular line from this. So if it is not perpendicular in the earlier section, like this. So once we have drawn this line, again with the help of the pan and the zoom command, we try to draw this line over here. So basically this plate we have drawn over here actually. So again with the help of the pull and push command, we just elevate the height of this particular dimension by a distance of 0.05 meter over here. So it will be looking like as an spherical cross sectional. So whatever the long column and short column cross section we have used, same cross section also we have used. But now whenever I want to just move this particular column inside this short column actually, so with the help of the nuts and bolts, I can just join this particular inclined back support into the short column over here. So for that purpose, I need to rotate this back column over here, and that is why I have to make the group of this particular back support over here actually. So until and unless we are not making the group, it will not going to move over here. So I am taking the select command. We're going to triple click on this particular thing. So in this case actually now it is going to move over here. It is selecting as an short column, long column as a group over here. Either we can use this particular type of the cross section where we can give this particular back support into the rafter support over here or the rafter connection. Rather we can move or the rotate this particular thing over this short column over here also like this. So once we have made this particular structure, so here we make a bolt connection over here. So with the help of again the M6 number of a bolt, so we just select this particular dimension. With the help of the circle command, once again over here, we just try to insert the dimension as in 0.006 meter. Again the second bolt will going to draw it over here with the same dimension like this. So once we drawn this particular thing, again we take the pull and push command. We try to give the height of this particular this, so it will be looking like as an bolt over here at a height of 0.01 meter over here like this. Simultaneously we have to draw the bolt at the lower side of the back support also over here. So again we take the circle and we try to draw 0.006 of this particular bolt like this. So again with the help of the pull and push command, we just give the height to this 0.01 meter. For this also 0.01 meter. Fine. So once we have drawn this particular back support, once we have drawn short column, long column, connections of the rafter, connections of the back support to the rafter and this particular structure, now we'll make the group of this overall object. Now the reason is that we are making the group because whenever we want to replicate this particular diagram number of a time while we are making the array, so that time we require the group of the object. So whenever we move the object, so overall the object will going to move over here actually. So for that purpose I will going to select using this particular black select command over here, which is the arrow, and like that you can select the overall object. Before that we can delete the guideline also. So we just go to the edit we just click on the delete guideline command over here. Fine. So now we make a group of this overall object. So we just select the overall object and right click on this object, and we can say make a group of this object. So now whatever the foundation, whatever the plate, screw, bolts that we are using, actually it has made the whole thing as an one group over here. So now as per the requirement of the dimension, requirement of a site, we can move this particular object as per our requirement over here actually. So basically we have drawn, or we have made the group of this particular object over here. So like that we can make a one single structure of the mounting structure over here actually. Now in the part number 3, we're going to discuss about how to replicate this structure in the multiple times and how to give the support to the long column also.